Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. Alright,
Aye.
so in our traditional way of doing ads between games to earn currency, one screen was papped. So if you're used to coming in with exactly the dialogue from last time, you didn't miss anything, this is just the next dialogue over, wherein Louisa sighs.
I rarely have time for a break, to be honest.
Oh, teary-eyed. Mom, you are now
I-
deeply sad. Because Mom nurse.
I just sort of had my life flash before my eyes. It was a little bit horrifying. My friend came for me. Alright, I rarely have time for a break, to be honest.
Except you get plenty of sleep. You sleep all the time. So you don't have a break from working and sleeping. It's just nothing else.
I can't close my eyes for a second without thinking of all the people who need me, without people thinking of all
Of how much they need me. Of all the ways they need me.
Yes! And now we're going to ask her about having children, and that's not creepy
It's fine.
at all.
Well, if you don't have any time for yourself, you're probably not going to have time for a baby, but that's okay. Also, that isn't meant to be shamey. People are absolutely welcome to raise their kids through child care, through the assistance of relatives, through daycare, with nannies. It's just if what you're expecting is to spend a lot of time with that kid and raise them yourself, but you are working all the time, that expectation is not going to happen.
Yeah, as far as I understand in relation to how capitalism works, my dude, you might be fucked.
Even without capitalism, if you expect to be working all the time
Yeah.
and spend tons of time with your kid, you probably cannot do both.
Boned!
Jeez, you're stressing yourself. Could you just take your emotions and put them over there? Holy shit, I just wanted to ask you about babies.
So this is going to be an interesting question that I'm going to ask my friend.
Oh dear.
Did we want to do a sound test? This seems really loud.
I mean, I counted the amount of times, so it should be the same as last time, but the music is different volumes at different times.
That's true.
So part of what ruins it for us with these app games is that their sound decisions are very, very much like, this song will be extremely quiet. And then they just scream with the rock songs. So sometimes it's really hard to have a consistent sound in the background for y'all, because again, we can't do the two tracks separately. But we are trying our best here.
Yes.
Feedback is welcome.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's not meaning that we can go back and go fix those episodes because we have limited, basically gear, but we'll do what we can.
But yeah, and certainly we can move forward and make different choices. Our Okami series started out really rough in the beginning because we could not figure out our sound problems, but so there we are. And then we figured it out maybe halfway through the series?
Yeah.
Maybe a third of the way through the series, and that sounds way better. But geez, you're stressing yourself out.
Stressed.
I wish you'd have time for yourself.
This is all around having a baby. This is all around him leading up to going, I should ask her about having children.
If you ever want to have kids, this is an interesting lead up to having kids. I wish you'd have time for yourself. How are you going to ever have time to be the mother you want to be, if you don't make time for yourself?
And making time for someone else aggressively.
Nope.
And
you could be a
expected to have
single
no
mom,
life.
and you could do it. Oh, make time for that person. I thought you meant a partner.
No!
I only think in terms of partners. I'm trying to date here.
That's one of the things, actually, that I've been really frustrated by in regards to, people with characters. Now, I understand that some of it is about wish fulfillment, blah, 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 whatever else, I get it. But there is also a level of, when you really understand, when you think about when you were a kid or whatever else, you didn't like being a prop to your parents if you were ever a prop for your parents' experience. So imagine what it's like to just be yeah, and these characters will have kids, and then that child will basically just be a prop. It is the prop of this couple has a baby.
It is a decoration in the story, so you can go, yeah, my OCs have had kids.
And I dislike it really strongly in young adult fiction. And I'm talking about published work sometimes, where it's over and over and over again, where they most of the time tend to either end off, right when they go, we are going to have a baby, or that it's just sort of a thing that happens in between, and you don't get to interact with that baby experience because everybody hates babies, and babies get in the way of the romance and you guys having a relationship.
So, the American Tail movie, even though it was about a child character, Fievel, in reference to the baby, which the family had a baby. I like to call the baby, righty baby's problem the American Tail problem. Basically, people forgot the baby whenever it was inconvenient, or they just didn't draw or write the baby in whenever it was inconvenient.
You can literally watch that movie and the baby disappears at several points where the baby should be there.
Even during the same scene, here there is a person holding the baby, and I say the baby because I don't even remember their name.
I don't either.
At all.
I don't even know if they had a name.
I think maybe, I'm not sure. They might have just had a gender because that's usually more important to the writers. Anyway, so there's this experience of, they just disappear. And in lots of fantasy fiction, whatever, babies only seem to exist, even though we all come from babies, when it's, important for the plot. A baby is treated like an object.
Yes.
I wish you'd have time for yourself. Rubs magic lamp. I wish Louisa'd have time for herself.
Louisa immediately doesn't work here anymore.
That is not a question of do you ever want to have kids. That is a very, very different question, Mister.
Whoa.
Wait, not to start a family. I wish you'd have time for yourself. Start a family, perhaps.
Starting a family is getting time for yourself. Again, that thing that I was talking about earlier, that I was like, you really are going to lean towards, you're having a family, that means you have time to yourself. Okay, so spoilers for writers and anybody out there. You ever start a goddamn family, you are not going to have time to yourself. In my experience.
I say from what I know of knowing mothers and of knowing, people like siblings who have helped raise each other and things like that, but of knowing adults interacting with kids, being an adult who's interacted with kids, that kind of thing, having young relatives, and relatives who have kids or parents, that kind of thing, there's an experience of when someone's young and excited about having kids, or even if they're more, to mid-adulthood and ready to have kids kind of thing, because I've known a couple of people that, started a little bit later on the spectrum, if you will.
Right.
There's this experience of going, if what you want to be is a mom, and I don't think I can speak to the dad experience as much because I haven't had as many dads talk to me about their enthusiasm for parenting, simply because I don't think it's a strong piece of their gender role. So the talking about parenting and gushing about this new identity you're going to have isn't as much a piece of the male gender role that I'm familiar with.
I'm so excited. I get to change my gender.
They can be excited, but it's not like talking about moving up to it is a part of the male culture as much.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've had a lot of them be like, and I'm going to be doing this thing. And they're not looking at it like raising my, there's a lot of them that look at it like raising my baby, holding my baby, being with my baby will be time for me because me as a mom, and that it will nourish me and feed me and, give me basically rest and replenishment just to be with my child. And that is not the experience that I have met any moms really having, except for some of them when their kids are around 2 or 3, where they're just like, my kid is better company than most of the people I know.
Yeah.
And so it's there's experience of getting time for yourself isn't having a baby. When you're caring for an infant, that isn't really time for yourself. In the same way that, somebody going, oh yeah, I'm doing a babysitting job. If being with an infant was time to yourself, everyone would want to be babysitters.
Yeah. Because
they'd be like, God, I could get paid and do a public service, if you will, for getting time for me time. How great would that be?
Hey!
Anyway, so this feels weird, but also he doesn't say starting a family or
what are you getting at?
Or
friend?
you could start a family. Anyway, it's just
it doesn't
I don't know.
work for you.
It doesn't work for me.
Grammatically,
grammatically, it doesn't work following one to the other, but also just suggestive wise. To start a family is what I really want, because if you're gonna take time for yourself, you could then use that time for something.
Right.
But taking time, start a family. So you could take time for yourself, start a family. I don't feel it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, it's fine. I don't.
Start a family.
But hey,
perhaps.
we called it.
But also, he doesn't know if you have a family.
We totally called it though earlier. Remember?
That he would ask it badly.
That she was a MILF.
Oh yeah, that she's the mom character.
She's the mom one.
Because you're not going to be asking Miki if she wants kids, are ya?
Yeah.
Or Rena.
Yeah.
Rena, when you get better, how many babies do you want to have?
Ken. I guess it's a good thing that you get this stuff out now.
I mean, your mom is such an old, strong, capable woman. She only had one
ancient.
kid, though. How many do you want to have? Because she's so good at momming, and you admire her so hard that you clearly want to be like her, which means you have to be a mom.
Right? Because those are the only genders that I know.
Because that's her only identity, is a mom.
I either know girl or I know mom, and everyone's constantly just trying to be mom.
Louisa appears shocked by my suggestion.
Me? start a family?
Do you know how big my family is? I have 9 siblings.
Oh my god!
I don't care.
No!
I have like 15 nieces and nephews.
Please! I already have a family. Why?
Okay, now she's got the shocked, uncomfortable face on. So are we going to go through a series where first we make we first make Rena super uncomfortable, like, oh my god, invasive discomfort face. And then we're going to do it to Lisa, and next is Miki. Like, we're going to make every one of them deeply uncomfortable. This is part of the romance arc, is shocking them into deep discomfort.
Why not? Don't you like to make the people that you potentially might romance uncomfortable, and it just make you feel better about yourself?
That's not how I do it, but to each their own. All right.
Aha.
You mask real quickly.
Wow. My stripper persona.
Yes.
Dies, falls on the ground.
Like I am shocked and uncomfortable about how stupid ass invasive of a question that was. Then I'm trying to cover it. Then I realize how ridiculous the situation is, and I die laughing.
And you know what? I just embrace it. Oh,
Louisa
honey.
laying on the floor in her platform stilettos and being like, "Oh my god!" laughing her ass off.
Don't you want to start a family? You who works in a place where you seem really happy being a sex worker, and that just means though that you must be broken and incomplete, and that I need you to fix yourself or something?
Just you work so hard at your job, and you have such strong work ethic, and you have so much integrity. Clearly that means you need something else in your life.
Clearly I see it in your eyes.
I have never seen her laugh like that before. Her rolling on the floor, holding her tits like, please.
Like, please, honey.
Oh my god.
Honey, if you stick around, honestly, I might keep doing this. Holy shit.
Wow.
You're wild.
Slowly standing up, dusting herself off. I'm gonna have to sanitize my entire self.
I've made a mistake.
I just sit there, watching her burst into hysterical laughter. I'm waiting for her to answer and say, honey, I already have kids.
Right, I'm actually waiting
That's
for
what
that
I am waiting for, actually. Without warning, Louisa pulls me towards her. She stands up, leans over your wheelchair, that, stripper bend kind of thing,
oh God.
Puts an arm on either side on the handrails, puts her face in front of yours. Honey.
Oh, honey.
Louisa pulls me towards her. My wheelchair moves, and I am suddenly thrown forward. We crack our foreheads together. Holy shit. Ow. Oh, I mean, oof, watch out. Did we run into her boobs?
Yeah.
Tell me oh my god. How did that even happen? So she's standing in front of us. She pulls the wheelchair towards her. Somehow, from a sitting position, we fall up into a higher position onto the bed, but into her and onto the... How hard did she pull us forward? Her, strong as anything, reaches out with her 2 hands, but that really leaned forward, everything, yanks the wheelchair right towards her, like I was going to just place you at hip level, and then you just bap into her and throw her on the bed. That is so weird. Okay, this is also a funny parallel, because last time she was on top of you during the sponge bath.
Well, they seem to... They're having an interesting time with actually, so the levels of, physicality and invasiveness with the characters is a little bit distinct. Again, with Rena, it seems more like childish petting / controlling. With Louisa, the hand over the mouth thing is really bad. With Louisa, it's like full body experience.
Yeah,
Miki
is. Grab her knee! Smear ointment on it. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but Miki though is really limited in that way. We've done
we
very
have
little.
Probably had the least amount of interaction with Miki, honestly. But we also,
physical contact wise is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yes, just touching her. Yes.
Yeah.
So I land on top of her. I think they think hospital beds are lower than wheelchairs. I think that's what they think in this game, based on our you could roll forward and kiss Rena kind of thing, and that we're going to be able to fall forward in our wheelchair and land on top of a bed on top of someone. They think the hospital bed's like a mattress on the floor. That is what I am getting from this. Here, walks you into your hospital room. There's these plastic, sides, this mattress on the floor. That's
right.
it.
You're
They're like, time to get you into bed. Now fall out of your wheelchair, bitch.
Enjoy it.
Pinning her down.
Eek!
All right, you were laughing hysterically and you had to shift.
Eek!
Louisa, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to move or do anything, but am I too heavy? Why is that your fucking question?
Because, friend,
Oh my God.
sexy nurses.
Oh my God.
Sexy
I don't
nurses.
try and get off her. I don't try and roll away or move over. I don't, am I too heavy? No, your body's perfect. It's fine.
Oh, honey.
Wait, let me lift myself up without using my broken leg. And I
Yes.
can't, like, roll off of you because we fell on the bed lengthwise from the end somehow. So if I roll off of you, I'll be rolling onto the floor.
Right.
Yeah, even though that makes no sense. Can you just imagine someone trying to stage this in a porn and the awkwardness of it, trying to get on a real hospital bed?
My friend.
What?
What makes you think this isn't a porn plot?
No, but I mean, like, okay, I can see... Sexy nurses is obviously porn, but no, like, imagine someone taking this scene who works in porn and
Right.
adult entertainment,
Yep.
and they try and duplicate it. They try and act out what's described on the page. It'd be so hilarious.
Yes, it would be.
Like, I would love to see that. Not that any adult worker is ever going to get this sent to them, but that would be amazing. In the same way that some people are just, like, committed to how pissed off they are with various things. They just be like,
Yes.
all right, doing sex scenes in anime games, realistically, or at least romantic scenes,
Right.
that'd be hilarious.
It
All right,
would be pretty funny.
wait, let me lift myself up. I try to push myself off the bed, but I can't because there is a magnetic force
Honestly-
sucking me into the bed.
Honestly, I still love the concept that, like, we have been utterly flung, like, onto a bed. We rocketed on top.
Yes, like she pulled us so hard that we just
Exploded forward.
crashed into her. The momentum bounced us into a vertical position and then crashed us against her so that she got lifted off of her feet by the force of us and thrown onto the bed so that we're both laying on the bed stacked on top of each other full length, and you're unable to push yourself off the bed or off of her. Now, I do like how they leaned in right here. I try to push myself off the bed, but I can't. No reason why, doesn't matter. You just, the reader, have to know that he can't do it.
He can't. It's totally important.
Oh,
Aye.
that's fascinating. She looks deeply distressed and unhappy, like there are tears in her eyes. She has the very sad face. Then I realize that Louisa has wrapped her arms around me. Safer to fall that way. To be honest, if your patient came rocketing and crashing into you, grabbing hold of them might be a really good response for a medical worker so they don't, like, so you guys can have a more controlled fall.
Maybe, yeah, but
I don't think that's what this is, but I'm going to rationalize it. I cannot move anything at all.
And the happy jazz in the background is, like, really excitable. This is, like, dance music jazz. Like, they're like, we're being sexy. I'm like, no, this is dancing jazz.
She has
I'm into
also
it.
apparently pinned my legs down somehow.
I mean, one of your legs is broken.
I know, but all of me is unable to be moved.
So I flail like a fish. A dolphin. A dolphin awkwardly flirting.
Except for I can't even move that. Like, she just cast, Petrificus totalis.
Yes.
You're toast. You are a plank, man.
Yep.
Louisa puts her lips closer to my ear. Oh my God.
I told you.
Oh my God.
This is dance music.
The big band dance music is amazing.
This is beautiful.
That's hilarious.
The jazz is
her lips
fabulous.
Closer to my ear because they were already close to my ear via me being on top of her, but now they're closer. She whispers.
Do I look old, mister?
You mean, you're not old enough to have kids? Oh, sorry. What? What? No, I mean, oh my God. No. That's not what I meant.
Is it gonna be she's like, actually, I'm secretly 15?
Right? I finished nursing school. I am a prodigy child, okay? I know that sex work pays more than anything, but my parents wanted me to be a nurse, so I figured out how to do both, okay?
Uh-huh.
So, you see, but you're underage. I know, but in this part of the world, it doesn't matter.
Okay, you know what hurts me? That also implies that you need to be old to be a mom.
I know.
Like,
again,
there's so many, like, backhanded bullshit things here. It's like, what are you not saying? Well, you're not saying, that, she's young looking. according to where she's jumped to, going, oh, you think I look old.
Right? And the thing I'm having here is going, yeah, you're so much like Rena's mom is so old, and you use old like 4 times. Looks like
Your
my
grandma. That's like, whoa.
So going, moms look old. Moms cannot be attractive or pretty or youthful at all, according to Mr.
And they're only attractive, I guess, then to the people they get knocked up with?
No, they were attractive before they got knocked up.
No. But I'm saying, like, but then they only in that range where, you know, that person that's with them then can truly see how beautiful they are because they love them.
I don't think Mr.
I have no idea. I don't think so either.
I think moms are a non-entity to him. They're a parent figure that is removed from the girl/woman available thing. I think they are another species to Mr.
You know, that's... I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get way too explicit. All right, so thank you very much, guys, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos. If you're having a good time with us, please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi, our Patreon. I've got the link in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!